Somehow in all of my tablet comparisons, I forgot to do this one. So in this video, we're comparing the iPad 9 and the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite to see which is the better option for you. If you're looking for a more affordable tablet that works with an S Pen or an Apple Pencil, these two are definitely ones you should check out. Pricing on these two are going to be very similar, right around $300 in the United States. I'll leave a link in the description of the video though. You never know when these are going to be on sale. Pricing will also be determined by which version you choose. You can get 64 gigabytes or 256 gigabytes of storage on the iPad. Then you get 64 or 128 gigabytes of storage on the Galaxy Tab. And then arguably one of the most important factors in buying a tablet, besides the price, is gonna be the screen. The iPad's a little bit wider, maybe just a tad taller. The screen on the Galaxy Tab actually looks a little larger because of the smaller bezels. You get a 10.4 inch 2000 by 1200 resolution on the Galaxy Tab. You get a 10.2 inch 2160 by 1620 resolution on the iPad 9. Overall, both screens look nice and sharp. I feel like the iPad might be a tad brighter and maybe have slightly better viewing angles. Surprisingly, the colors on these two actually seem very similar. Not sure if you can tell from these samples here. Overall, I don't think you can go wrong with either one when it comes to screen quality. Although there is going to be quite a bit of difference here when you're watching YouTube videos. You get the big bezels on each side of the iPad, and then you have those black bars at the top and bottom. So in that case, the screen on the Galaxy Tab is quite a bit larger, just something to keep in mind. You also get 2160p resolution when watching YouTube videos, full HD playback resolution on Netflix. Really, both of these tablets are going to be good for watching movies, reading, browsing online, pretty much anything you're going to do with a tablet. Both of these look really good. Now when it comes to build quality, really nice aluminum material there on the back. They've got a nice weight to them. They both actually feel like more premium than what they actually cost. Now, if you like tablets, phones, and other tech, consider hitting that subscribe button. I try to cover as much on the channel as possible, and I'll be posting more videos this year than ever before. And then when it comes to the battery life on these two, I got about 6 hours battery life on the Tab S6 Lite, which is going to be about average for most tablets that I've tested on my channel. Only about 5.5 hours on the iPad, but only a half-hour difference. It's going to be pretty comparable. Now keep in mind, that's at full screen brightness. You'll definitely get better battery life if you turn the screen brightness down, and you can easily make it through the whole day on both tablets, maybe a day and a half if you adjust your settings. But if you want the tablet with better battery life, you're probably going to want to go with the Galaxy Tab. You get an Exynos 9611 on the Galaxy Tab, and then you get the A13 Bionic chip with the iPad 9. Both tablets have pretty good performance as far as tablets in this price range, and just moving around the software is nice and smooth on both. But if you're going to compare Geekbench testing, yeah, the iPad's going to win pretty easily. We're talking about 3 times better when it comes to the Geekbench scores. But I don't think most people are going to see a huge difference just doing everyday stuff. But yeah, if you want the tablet with better performance, you'll probably want to grab the iPad. Both tablets are going to be good for games like PUBG Mobile, Asphalt 9. The Galaxy Tab won't have the best graphic settings or the fastest loading times, but it still gets the job done, and it's pretty fun to play games on in my opinion. But if you want the tablet with better gaming performance, you'll probably want to go with the iPad. And then when it comes to software, the Galaxy Tab is on Android 11, the iPad is on iPadOS 15.3, and while there are some similarities between the two, they do feel quite a bit different when using them, and it's going to come down to personal preference on which is better for you. I do like some things on the iPad. It feels nice and smooth, moving around the software, but so does the Galaxy Tab for the most part. But the one thing you do get on the iPad that you don't get on the Galaxy Tab is Touch ID, or fingerprint scanner. And then that's also going to work as a physical home button as well. You can attach a keyboard and mouse to both of these and be a little more productive, although I prefer Samsung DeX on the S6 Lite a little bit better than how the iPad is set up. I also tend to lean a little more towards Android tablets over iPads just because there's a few things I don't like on iPads, like when watching videos on YouTube, you get those huge black bars on the top and bottom. You can also clear all notifications easily on Android versus swiping each one on the iPad. And then when it comes to the S Pen Pen and Apple Pencil, they both actually work pretty good. But it just feels like you can do a little bit more with the S Pen versus the Apple Pencil. They're both going to be great for drawing, taking notes, if you just want to use an S Pen or a pencil to move around the software. Overall though, two really good options when it comes to the software and stylus support. The Tab S6 Lite is going to get Android 12 this year, and then possibly Android 13 next year, which could be the last software update. And then with iPads, you typically get 5 years of software support. It really depends on what Apple decides to do. But you're going to get updates longer with the iPad 9 since it is the newer device. Just something that you might want to keep in mind. Overall though, pretty good software support on both of these when it comes to tablets. You get speakers on each side of the Galaxy Tab with Dolby Atmos, and then 2 speakers on the bottom of the iPad. They're roughly going to be about the same as far as overall loudness, but for me, I sort of like the setup on the Galaxy Tab a little bit better. It just sounds a little more balanced with a speaker on each side, but overall, you can't really go wrong with either one when it comes to speakers. Here's a quick test of each just to give you an idea of what they sound like. And then when it comes to cameras, these two tablets are not going to be the best out there, especially compared to cell phones. But you do get higher resolution on the front-facing camera for the iPad with the 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens versus only a 5 megapixel on the Galaxy Tab. Good thing is you get 1080p resolution for video on the front and rear facing cameras for both. Here's a few samples of photos and video. I'll let you decide on which one you think is better. So hopefully this video gave you a little closer look at these more affordable tablets by Samsung and Apple. I hope you've liked these tablet videos here lately because I've got a long list and I'm trying to complete as many of these comparisons as possible. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.